do it, each one of
Okay,
these
so
is going to
yeah.
require some form of a sacrifice. Right? If this guy's done talking, we'll look at it. There's associate, senior associate, executive, senior officer, and partner. Um, I'm maxed out in this, which means I can get anything I want because I'm maxed out in it. But if you're not, it's going to look similar to. We'll go to this one right here. See how this one, after these people are done talking, it'll show. But over top of each thing, it says requires
Okay,
disciplinary
yeah.
principle, requires authentic, requires lawful, requires crusader. It shows different levels for each one, so that's how you know what each one is. And then it shows each level as you go, and then each level, as it goes up, will be more expensive and want a more rare item. So ranking up in a syndicate takes a while, but once you get to that, you can trade these mods with people. So that's like free plat, 'cause people can trade you plat for that. You can trade the augment mods right here,
Definitely.
which are just for specific warframes. You can trade the weapons. However, the one right here says 125. That's master rank 12 locked. The another one right below it, I believe, is 6 or 8 locked. One of the two. Master rank 6 or 8 locked. These sigils will help you get extra standing. It's plus 15%, which means when I do something, it's going to give me an extra 15% than it normally would give, so it allows me to rank up quicker. But if we'll take a look at Afterburn. Afterburn is Spectral Scream Augment. So it says Chroma right in the corner. That means only Chroma can use that. Whereas when we're looking at the mods, it'll say right in the corner that only certain mods can do certain things. Like if we look at this, it says Warframe right in the corner, which means these mods can only be used on the Warframe. These say Aura mod, only in the Aura slot. Then right here under Augments, that's only for Alice. It's only for Chroma. It's only for Volt. That's only for Saren. Because those mods can only be used for that person.
Yep.
And they only affect that specific ability. They're not something generic. So we'll go back over to here. So you can also buy specters, which you can throw out, and they're like regular people, except when they die, you have to throw out a new specter. They only last for one mission, but it still help because you can get those for free, essentially just for playing. Then you can buy void key packs, which gets you into the void. We'll go over both those things in a little bit. When you are in a mission and you go to pause, it'll show you a challenge for the level. When you do that challenge for the level, it gives you bonus affinity, which is what Warframe calls XP, so we're just going to keep calling it XP. Or actually, we'll call it affinity so people don't get confused. It'll give you bonus affinity
Mm.
on top of the affinity you're also going to get from killing people. However, if you are
Yep.
wearing a sigil, that syndicate will take a portion of the affinity that you've gotten and apply it to their own standing, so that you rank up in them. So we've gone over syndicates, gone over the marketplace, gone over the codex, mods, Kubro, Arsenal, Foundry. Let's go over mission types then. Missions. Okay,
Yeah, mission
assassination
types, that'd be a
is
good one.
just fighting a boss. Each boss drops different parts. Capture is easy to do. Run in, capture the target, get the hell out, easy. Deception is another one, easy. Pick up a key, drop it into a console, get the hell out. Defense is just defending a spot. Exterminate is just killing a certain number of people and then getting out. Excavation is protecting extractors while they extract certain things. Hijack is there is a special ship that comes by and it goes, but it's powered by your shields. So it's a little bit difficult to do that mission if you're newer. But that's what that one is. Hive sabotage means there's a bunch of like infested pustules and you have to take those out. and then you can once you take out the little zits, then you can affect the big zit, and then once that's enough of those, then you can get the hell out. Interception is basically God, any mission where you have to hold down a point and just hold it so the enemies can't take it. That's interception. Invasion is going to be exactly pretty much the same thing as exterminate. You just kill a bunch of people and then get out. Mobile defense is putting a key in a console, defending it for a little bit, and then getting out. I haven't done recovery. I haven't done rescue. Oh, rescue is where you find somebody in jail. You hack the alarms. Once you get to the jail cell or the prison block, you're going to want to sneak around the prison block so the guards don't see you, and then rescue that guy, and then get out.
You got to do it quick.
Sabotage is the exact same thing as deception, except instead of dropping off a key, you're destroying the console. Spy is you go into a mission, and you're going to want to do these little spy missions where you're going to sneak in, grab data, and sneak out. Survival is basically what it says, it's survival. But every 5 waves, you get a reward, but also every 5 waves, you also increases the levels of the people. The trial is going to be the void missions. Trial is going to be the raid missions. Captures, Cephalon capture, team annihilation. Those are PvPs. I don't really know anything about PvP, so we're going to skip over those. Here's some training videos to watch. You can watch those if you want to look for something specific and don't feel like scrolling around the video I'm making right now. There's a bunch of different stuff. This is like your codex. So since I have a bunch of stuff scanned, it teaches me things about each one of these things. Where it's going to show the health, armor, the ability of each one of these guys, things they do. Which reminds me, I need to go back to the arsenal to show you something else. So there's the Kubro. The Kubro is a Kubro, but if we go to Carrier, Carrier's default weapon is actually the Prime Sweeper. But since I have the other companions, I can switch his weapon to the other companion's weapons. So here's the burst rifle, which does not go with Carrier. Here's the Stinger, which goes with Jin. There's the Volkok, which goes with a different Warframe. Sweeper, which goes with regular carry. Sweeper Prime, which goes with Carrier Prime. Prime Laser Rifle, which goes with Worm Prime. I can switch to any of the other weapons because I have those companions. But I have it on the Volkok because that's just what the fuck I want to do. So we'll switch it back to the Kubro. So went over all of that. The emotes don't really do anything to the game or affect the gameplay, so you can look that up on your own. That's not really something that needs to be really gone into. Went over the codex. Went over this. Did I miss anything, Alpha? Alpha, you there?
Oh, my bad, man. I had it muted for a second. None that I think. I'm pretty sure we hit everything. Or you hit most of it. Something that, like, some things they're gonna have to find out on their own, what they can and can't do, and stuff like that, you know. Unless there is someone that can answer their question.
Yeah. I think we covered most of that. Alright, so now we'll have to go over to
style and whatever.
We'll have to go over to Dojo next. So we have stuff in here where it'll show. We'll look at this tab right here. Primary weapons. So it shows these weapons in here, and it says it costs plat. Well, obviously that's not true because there's Latron right there. But if we go into primary blueprints, there's Latron right there for 20,000 credits. So you actually don't need to buy it just because it's there. See how the Amprex says 225, but then if we go to primary weapons, the Amprex isn't there. That's because the Amprex is in the clan dojo for credits, as opposed to plat.
Yep.
So we've
The
got this stuff all
spec
here, which
don't always go to the market for everything.
it's all trying to charge us plat for stuff. But if we go to the dojo, which is where you can go if you have a clan, then we'll go to enter clan dojo. If you're in a squad and you go to enter clan dojo, it'll disband your squad and make you go there by yourself. But then once you're in the dojo, you can then trade and do other stuff in there. But we're going to go in there and we're going to look at the labs. There's 4 different labs. The way I have my dojo organized is I put all 4 labs in the spawn room, and I put the trading posts in the spawn room so it's simple. So we're going to go over here, and we're going to the Tenno lab. The Tenno lab is going to have your pigment console, which shows different pigments you can use to decorate the dojo. Where it'll look like this room by default, where it's a bunch of grays and stuff. But see how I colored it with a bunch of blues and things like that, and I've highlighted it. So that's like that. But in here, in this console, actually we gotta go into the next room. So I'm making my point right here. I'm gonna find the Amprex. Here's the Amprex, 50,000 credits, no plat. So there you go. You don't have to actually spend any plat. If you don't feel like it, you can just spend credits. And the little symbols next to these things, that means that it's finished. So in order for you to buy Volt or Wukong or Banshee or Zephyr and then buy their little parts to go with it, you have to finish the research. You have to put the resources in so that you can buy it. But I finished all the resources. I've been playing a long time. So everything in my dojo is unlocked. So we have that.
Yes.
So that first lab is going to be your Tenno lab.
Many frames there.
Yep. And then from the Tenno lab, we'll then go to... What room is this? I want to say this is the energy lab. Yeah, this is the energy lab. So it's going to have different weapons in it as well. Then we'll go... Most of the things in the energy lab are going to require Fieldron. So we'll go look over at Fieldron. So Fieldron research. The reason I have 7 blueprints is because Fieldron blueprints get used up. So once you use one Fieldron blueprint, then you have to buy another one. They get used like that. Each room has something like that, except for the Tenno lab. The Tenno lab, you can just buy stuff and use it, and most of that stuff requires formas. Just like this chemical lab, most of these weapons require the detonate injector. But if you look at the detonate injector, it requires detonite ampule to build the det injector. It requires 10. You can only build one of each item at a time. So you can't build 2 detonate injectors at the same time. You only build one, wait 12 hours, build another one, blah, 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 blah. But here is... Most of the stuff in this area takes mutagen mass. Mutagen mass follows the same principle where you need 10 mutagen samples to make 10 mutagen mass. But some stuff is expensive. Like if we go at Gen, if you see, Gen says it takes 6 mutagen mass. Which if we think about it, that's 60 mutagen sample. It also requires 2 formas. So you can imagine, as we've explained before, formas are very valuable.
Yeah, they really, really are.
Yep.
Main thing needed to damn
Here's
make
the
your Warframe stronger.
Here's the incubator Cubero segment research, which is good. However, this segment is Mastery Rank 5 locked. But as you can see, it does very good. Normally, to rush a Cubero out of stasis after you've put it into stasis, I did not cover that. When you can only have one Cubero out at a time to into stasis, but it's time for them to come out. If you don't have this segment, then you have to wait like I think like an hour or 2 hours for them to come out of stasis. But if you have this segment, you can